Welcome back to the channel, and I'm at the Bushcraft shelter. The winds have died down significantly enough for me to get into here without, putting myself in danger or anybody that would have to come and get me. You would have seen trees that have gone over, they've snapped, but there is a hidden danger way up in the canopy. Some of the tops have hinged over, so they will come down at some point. So not only are you looking for what's gone over on the floor, you're looking for the top third of the tree which is hinged over. So yeah, bear that in mind. Yeah, so I've made it here, still in one piece, hasn't been discovered by hunters or anybody else in the woodland, so I'm pleased about that. And I've got a DD 3x3 tarp that I want to try and put up in a tent formation, just to see how much more room that gives me from what I traditionally use, which is an army basher. Now, I really rate them, but they're an oblong shape, which means when I make a tent out of it, there's not a lot of headroom, and you really have to get in and out, almost like scrabbling. Fantastic if you want to do a little bit of stealth and you want to keep a low profile, but if you want to spend a protracted amount of time outdoors, I'm just thinking something a little bit bigger, like a 3x3. The army one is a lot smaller than that, but a 3x3 might give me that little bit more of a working area inside the actual tarp tent. So I'm going to get that up and let's see what that looks like. Well then guys, getting straight into it. This is the DD tarp 3x3, and that's how it comes in its own little pouch. I've obviously picked the coyote brown, but it comes in a few other colors. I think I purchased it off the actual main site, and I think it was around £45. Yeah, so I'm going to get this up. I'm not really much of a nerd when it comes to all the tech details about all these tarps and things like that. For me, I'm more of a hobo outdoor type camper. So for me, it either works or it doesn't. There's no intermediate, and I don't buy things quite simply just because they're brand names. Although you're probably thinking that is predominantly one of the biggest brand names here in the UK, if not in other places. I'm pretty sure they sell, into other countries. But if they don't, in the UK, DD seems to be everywhere for outdoor equipment. So I'm going to get this up. I predominantly, I'm not concerned about any of that. I just got to make myself a decent shelter. It does. I have looked inside. It comes with some tent pegs and some guidelines, but I will probably use my own. I think that's just me, but yeah, I'm going to get into this and chuck it up. Inside you do get a little bag, like I said, with some tent pegs. They're not what you would call quality ones, but you do get guidelines as well. So I'm thinking about using my own, but these do actually have adjusters on them, so I might yet use these. Now that was quite difficult because I'm sitting in a bowl between the tree roots, and on top of that it runs off at a strange angle. but I still have the resemblance of a tarp tent. And instantly there is a bucket load of room in there. It's easily a two-person setup. I'm using actually a tent pole system instead of my hiking stick, but yeah, I'm going to put this up on the flat and play about with it a lot more. But instantly this is a big improvement room wise. I'll just pop in and let you have a look. Right, there's a whirlwind of bungees, cordage and stuff there, so we won't look at that. But this is the tarp tent quickly thrown up. The problem I've got is that tree there, the ground is bowling down there and coming up there, and I've got tree roots all the way around. So I'm trying to make something and not really a selected spot, but we still have a shelter. As you can see, I've had to go over the top of a root there. It's not as tidy as what it could be, but like I said, I'll play about on the actual garden on the level. I tucked that end in, but it's just popped out a little bit. It's not as neat as it should be. And here we go. I pegged that other corner out, which I think I'll do to that end as well. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. So there we go, I've just sorted out the creases there, and as you can see, it's looking quite respectable there. I've got a guideline coming off the lowest strap or tie off point. Don't think I need to go up to the second one there. Just a shame I had to work around all these roots, but it's probably what you'd do in a real life situation, I suppose. Right, let's get in there. Right, instantly straight in, and that's a lot easier. And I have a bucket load of room in here. I've got it resting on one of the reinforced parts there. Yeah, this is really good. Now I'm lying diagonally in this DD 3x3, where I couldn't do that in the army basher. And I'll just swing myself around so my feet are at the bottom. And yeah, there's shed loads more room. And I've even got the ability to sit up where the pole is, and I can go and touch the very top bit up here. And the thing is, that allows you to have a bit of working space in the tarp. So I'm quite pleased with this, really chuffed. Right, I've packed up in a bit of a hurry because I've got to shoot off home, and I've got to go and get the kids. So this was just to see if it would actually, you know, go up as I intended. There's a few modifications to the pole I've got to do. I think I've got to take a little bit of height off it, but yeah, well chuffed. And the Bushcraft shelter is all in one piece. So I've really got to get out of here. Yeah, sorry it's a really short one, but it's just me playing about with the tarp just to see what it's actually all about. I can instantly see it's not as robust as the army one. Even though the army one's smaller, you would probably expect me to say that. And you know, my limited experience with this one already, I should imagine if you're looking for durability, possibly, you know, an army one is the way to go. But this will serve its purpose and give me a lot more comfort and room. So, right, yeah, I've got to get out of here. I'll have a chat with you later on. Right, this is just a normal day. It's quite busy, and this is the time that I get to take the dogs for a long walk. I take them in the morning before the school run, get the kids ready and everything like that, and then obviously I flow into the day, do all my domestic chores that I got to do and help that's required, scuttle into the workshop as you would have seen, back out, do some more chores, and then I had a couple hours to myself, back home, cracking on with stuff that's got to be done in and around the house. And obviously this pair of dogs here, Jamie can't really walk them because they just pull too hard on her hips. So yeah, I'm out walking them this time of day. I don't mind it though, because it's a quiet time of day and you get a chance to think, and there's something that about the countryside that comes alive at this time of day, and into the first part of the evening or night. You start to see all the wildlife either going to roost, going to bed, or basically coming out. Quite often I'll run into badgers. The first lot of badgers are on the lanes, and foxes. Sends these two absolutely nuts when that happens. But as you've seen, they're on a lead, they're going nowhere. And if they do chase after it, my poor little legs are going 10 to the dozen to try and hold them back, or I'm trying to keep with them. Well then, I've made it back into the workshop. The dogs are put away. They're doing whatever they do inside. I'm going to go in with the family, and basically that's the end of my day. Thanks for coming along. It's a very short little video, just, well, basically doing and coming along with things I'm just doing. I've got a wild camp this weekend on Dartmoor, so that's the main effort. So it was just a little put together of something a little bit around what I'm doing during the day. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail.